welcome back to another overall reaction video. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, I'm doing this so early in the morning. So, let's get right down to it. So, this is once again another video by Adif. I do not know if I pronounced that correctly. Ugh. Gotta do this. This is my only source of income. And this is, can Emerald's Victory Road trainers actually get all 8 badges? So I know what's coming next after this, and it's going to be the Elite Four and champion. So let's get right into it.
Victory Road is the proving ground for trainers who've acquired all 8 gym badges and are preparing to take on the Elite Four. Here in Hoen's Victory Road, or more specifically Emerald's Victory Road, there are a whopping 17 trainers. But who among them actually has what it takes?
In this 17? Wow. I really need to start keeping count. I really need to start keeping these trainers.
So I'm going to play through all of Pokemon Emerald with all 17 of these trainers' teams to find out who can actually get all 8 badges. This is the Emerald Victory Road Challenge.
Okay. So first, let's just go and play the credits.
It just happened early, dude. Oh my god, bro. It hit me again.
Donut Shoes featuring Walia. Yeah.
Do I live that?
That's a lot.
Nice. Okay. We're locked in, dog. We're locked in, dog. The teams that make up the 17 battles in Pokemon Emerald's Victory Road are varied, to be kind. On one end of the spectrum, you've got trainers like Cool Trainer Michelle, who has a team of 3 with decent type diversity and a fun set of movesets. And on the other end of the spectrum, you've got Cool Trainer Hope, who has 1 Roselia, and that's it. So some of these runs are going to be shorter than others. However, there are actually a few teams worth looking out for here. First up is Wally, one of Gen 3's rivals. He has a team of 5 with great type diversity and shockingly good move choices. So I think Wally has a really good chance at making it to Victory Road.
Yeah, I wonder what his journey was actually right there. Because I feel like there was like just this whole other story going on with Wally. I really wish there was like a Canyon version of a game where you could play as Wally, using only his team.
But those of you who are somewhat familiar with Hoenn are probably thinking about one trainer in specific right now. Cool Trainer Vito. Vito is a really fascinating trainer because not only is he one of the better trainers found here in Hoen's Victory Road, he also happens to be one of the only non-story relevant NPCs in Pokemon history that actually has a good amount of lore. He's not a gym leader, he's not a rival, he's not an Elite Four member, he's not the champion, but he has a backstory. Vito is Vito Winstraight. He's a member of the Winstraight family, which is a group of...
yeah, the Winstraights. So, better listen up, new Pokemon fans, because it's going to be relevant.
Trainers you can battle north of Mauville City. And when you beat them, they seem to talk about Vito like he's the greatest trainer to ever live. So I'm curious to find out if he actually is any good or not. Before we jump into our first run, though, we need to talk about how this is going to work. How I'm going to...
Yeah, surprisingly, Vito is like one of the few trainers that I know are actually relevant.
Trainers. Those of you who are familiar with any of the other videos in this series will know about the check system. Basically, if I'm able to beat a gym leader with a trainer's team without using any heals, that's check plus. If I have to use a couple of heals, that's check. And if I have to use a ton of heals, that's check minus. If I'm unable to beat a gym leader no matter what, that's a fail, and that trainer's run ends right then and there. Any trainer that gets all 8 badges will be presumed to have earned their spot in Victory Road. But the true golden standard is 8 out of 8 check pluses. Any trainer's run that gets 8 out of 8 check pluses will revisit them at the end of the video and take their team through to the Elite.
Yep. That's basically the foursome of it.
4 to see how they would fare if they did an actual league challenge attempt. Now, as far as scaling our teams down is concerned, how are we going to do it in this video? Well, in prior installments in this series, I've done complicated maths to try to figure out what the levels should be, but in this video, we're going to do something a little more standardized. Basically, we know exactly what the trainer's team looks like in Victory Road, down to the IVs and EVs. That's exactly what I'll use for their team on Gym Leader 8, 1, if we get there. As for what the teams will look like on Gym 7 and before, here's the general idea. Let's look at Roxanne, Gym Leader 1, for example.
Okay.
Roxanne's ace is a level 15 nose pass. I am allowed to level my teams up to the levels of the ace Pokemon for each gym leader. So on Roxanne, none of my Pokemon can exceed level 15.
Okay, just like a hardcore Nuzlocke.
This also means that if a trainer has a Pokemon like Kadabra on their final team, which evolves from Abra at level 16, that means that I have to use Abra at level 15 since I can't have evolved it yet. This also means I'm stuck with any moves Abra has up to level 15, which is just Teleport. So not great. This also means that if while leveling up to meet the level cap for the next gym leader, I happen to have the opportunity to learn a move via level up that is on the Pokemon's final moveset in Victory Road, I have to teach it no matter what. Even if it's worse than what I've got on the moveset right now, I have to teach it. With all that out of the way, let's jump into our first run. When you first enter Pokemon Emerald's Victory Road, the first trainer you encounter is Wally. So that seems like a pretty good place to start.
Trainer 1, Wally. Oh,
like
God,
I touched on earlier, I'm feeling decently confident about Wally's chances. Wally has one of, if not the best team in Hoenn's Victory Road, which makes sense. He's sort of like the mini-boss before the Elite Four. Wally's type diversity is remarkably good, especially from the litmus test of all the other teams I've done in all these videos, and he has a great spread of special attackers between Gardevoir, Magneton, and Roselia. Magneton, I think, will wind up pulling some especially heavyweight in Hoenn, a region notorious for its high density of water types. That, coupled with the fact that Gardevoir gets Calm Mind, a really great setup.
Yeah, Calm Mind is like probably one of the better set moves.
Means I'm looking forward to this run. The gyms I'm particularly nervous for are Norman and Tate and Liza, but that's a ways down the road and I'm getting ahead of myself.
Although, then again, Norman's like already like very tedious to deal with. Like, regardless of what team you're going to use, he's still going to like still be one of the hard gym leaders, given the fact that you don't get a lot of training between his gym and Flannery's. And Dan Liza is a double battle, so it's probably self-explanatory.
For now, let's jump into Wally's first attempt versus Gym Leader 1, Roxanne. I think Roselia should be able to do basically everything in this fight. Geodude will go down very fast to absorb. We could even pop a growth. I mean, I don't hate that. And then let's absorb.
Okay, yep.
Bada bing, bada boom. Again, we've got experience off in these Gen 3 games because when you gain experience in Pokemon, that's when EVs take effect on your Pokemon. So I have experience turned off, and I will be leveling the Pokemon to the new level cap with rare candies in between each gym so that they don't gain any EVs because I am mimicking all the trainers in Victory Road. I'm mimicking their Pokemon down to the IVs and EVs. So they are perfect, flawless replicas. That is why we're not gaining experience. But this
okay, good.
Here
that is actually pretty perfect. That is pretty perfect.
And then Nose Pass ideally is like a 3 or 4 shot. Oh.
2 shot.
Oh.
2 shot.
Oh. Roselia the goat. Roselia the goat.
Oh, no, wait, 3.
Drop.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Who's surprised?
There we go.
It's a check plus on Roxanne. Really, any grass or water type is going to make this fight not so bad. But we move on to Brawly. We're doing Wally first. Because in Emerald, he's first up.
Okay, perfect. Oh, God.
In Emerald, Wally is right at the start of Victory Road. Whereas in Ruby and Sapphire, he is at the end. But in Emerald, he's right at the beginning. Surely not, dude. Surely not.
All right.
Meditite sees a kill on Magnemite every time with Focus Punch, so it's...
Yeah, that is a really gimmicky move.
Go for it every time.
That is a gimmicky move.
I think we just stay in on Makuhita and Sonic Boom. We do live Vital Throw.
Okay, still pulled his weight.
And then I'm curious if Confusion just takes from here.
Probably.
Okay, never mind. Oh, it absolutely would. If I live that, though, oh, we're so fine. We're so fine. We're so fine. We're literally, honestly, the line didn't even need to be that complicated through Brawly, frankly.
Yeah,
I think you could probably just solo that with Ralts, honestly. But that is a check plus on Brawly. Hey, are you enjoying this video? Well, then why don't you subscribe? Every second you don't, you're hurting my feelings. Personally and on purpose. Please stop. Take a look at the video and see if you're subscribed already. If you're not, just click the button. It takes genuinely 2 seconds. And you don't want to miss all of my future uploads because I'm going to go through the entire Pokemon franchise in this series. All the Victory Roads, all the Elite Fours. I'm doing it all. Don't miss them.
God, this has so many trainers. I'm generally cooked. Wait, how many trainers does... How many trainers? I'm going to have to give myself 3DS. Yes. Like, my 3DS is broke. Surprisingly. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Okay, Synchronize.
Alright, this is not the way. Clearly.
Oh. There we go.
Maybe I can still clear Electric.
Probably. Maybe.
That's a potion. Nice, we want to get those out of the way. Nice crit, okay.
A well-placed crit,
Magneton, we want to get Leech Seed off immediately.
We know how lethal all that is.
I said I want to get Leech Seed off immediately. I said I want to get Leech Seed off immediately. I said I'd like to use Leech Seed. Cool, thanks. Appreciate that.
Hey. This kind of nightmare.
If I hit this, nice, Magneton is down. Okay, that's huge. If we can get Leech Seed off again... Okay, I swapped in the wrong Pokemon.
That's why you always have to pay attention to your lineup.
I'm actually a genius.
Oh, what HP?
I live that, really. Okay.
At least got some.
Oh my god, Roselia has Natural Cure? Wait, that's actually really good. Okay, sick. Wait, my god. And it won't use Shockwave on me because I resist. Dude, this is actually, like, kind of free? I'm really surprised. I really thought this would be a remarkably difficult fight because of Manectric and Magneton, but it's totally fine.
Oh my god, it's going a lot better.
Nice. I mean, it just goes to show type diversity and also Leech Seed are incredible. But that is very definitely a super duper easy check plus, and we move on to Flannery.
Yep. Nope.
They say if it's too good to be true.
Yeah, fair warning, there will be ads. There will be ads. We know how much YouTube has become. Basically become like ad central. Well. But hey, at least with Rumble, I'm getting some my money. All right, there we go.
Nice miss. Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
Magnitude. It chose. Okay, 3 and 4. Okay, we are +4 special attack. We should outspeed, and I think Faint in 1, everything on this team.
Yep.
Maybe Torkoal lives, but
Yeah, that thing is an extremely bulky Pokemon.
Hunt for Psychic here is real nice. Camera-Up's down in 1.
Alright.
I mean, setup sweep is so effective. Torkoal lived on 1? Well, she's going to heal here, so let's get Leech Seed off. She's going to heal here, so let's just Leech Seed. And then let's try to get a poison off. Nice miss. Okay.
Oh, got the Delcatty.
Moment. Let's use Sing here. I missed. Let's use Sing again. Beautiful. And then Fake Attack.
Sorry guys, I'm kind of doing this like super early in the morning.
Amazing.
It's like
I think that was probably
6,
damage range
going on
for
7 where I am.
On Psychic there, but either way, we get through no problem. I'm not really surprised. Wally's team is easily the best in Victory Road. He's doing
probably one of the better ones.
Really, really well here. This is a check plus on Flannery. We're on to Norman. Okay, so those people who are more familiar with my channel and with this series are probably wondering where the part is where I trick you into learning something. That usually happens towards the beginning. You know, that part where I'm like, hey, this video about Pokemon, ha ha ha. Actually, let me teach you about Fermat's last theorem or whatever. But that hasn't happened yet. So what's going on? Well, I'm coming in this late because today's teaching moment is a teaching moment for me, too. Look at this footage. See how it looks like I'm mindlessly toiling over a black screen? See how you're watching this on like 10x speed and yet really nothing is happening? Yeah. So let's talk about what happened on Norman in Wally's run. To give you a little peek behind the curtain, in a lot of these videos, I'll play through the game all the way once and make saves throughout, and then cache those saves so that I can easily move from gym leader to gym leader in each successive run. But in this first Emerald run, Wally's run, I tried to be cheeky. I used my knowledge of Pokemon modding to allow myself to move around really quickly right from the start, able to fly to whatever town I wanted. But there's this pesky little thing I missed, the Pokemon Catch tutorial. Right at the beginning of the game, when you first enter Petalburg's gym to say hi to Dad, Wally comes in, ironically given whose run this is, and then you and Wally learn together how to...
Yep, it's kind of ironic, really.
Catch Pokemon as Wally gets his Ralts. After this, your dad stays in Petalburg Gym's entrance and talks to you about challenging Roxanne. After you get Roxanne's badge, he talks to you about getting more badges before challenging him. Only after getting the first 4 badges does Norman actually leave the lobby and the doors forward unlock, allowing you to properly access gym number 5. But when I streamed Wally's run over on my Twitch channel, hundreds of people were captive for over an hour when I was fully and truly stuck here in the Petalburg Gym's lobby. I had the 4 prior badges. Why wasn't he moving? I tried everything. I tried modifying my save data. I tried using mapping tools. Nothing was working. This man would not move. But then I remembered, oh, well, I skipped the catch tutorial because I was flying around earlier. That's probably it. So then I used modding tools to get the catch tutorial to happen. But then Norman started telling me to go battle Roxanne's gym. I already did that, Dad. What are you talking about? Eventually, my Twitch chat figured it out. God bless them. And I think this is actually a great opportunity to learn how to write better, cleaner, more functional code. Whenever you talk to an NPC, open a door, pick up an item, whatever, anytime you do something outside of battle in Pokemon Emerald, there's a script that runs in the background that dictates what that event is supposed to do. Those familiar with programming can think of Emerald's scripting language like a sort of assembly code. In the case of Petalburg's gym, when you enter the front door, the game runs a script to check on a certain flag to determine what state to load the gym in. This flag, this variable, is known as var Petalburg gym state. This is how the game is able to load a version with locked doors and Norman in the lobby before you have 4 badges, and then a version with unlocked doors and no Norman in the lobby after you have 4 badges. But why then was I stuck when I entered the gym before, and why did the gym enter an earlier state when I watched the catch tutorial out of order? Well, it all has to do with how this particular script and how this particular variable assignment was written. Whatever value this variable is equal to is what dictates what version of Petalburg Gym's lobby loads when you enter the door. This variable in Petalburg's gym starts at a value of 1. This is the version where Wally walks in and you go watch the catch tutorial. Then, after the catch tutorial, the gym variable is set to 2. This is the version in which Norman tells you to battle Roxanne. Then, each time you get a gym badge, the game increments the variable by 1. Now, when the gym is in the state between a value of 3 and 5, Norman tells you to get more badges. Once you have 4 badges and the variable is equal to 6, then and only then does Petalburg Gym open up. So what's the problem? Well, notice the language I used in that last segment. When you get a gym badge, the game increments the count on the variable by 1.
Yeesh. That has to really suck for coders.
But when you watch the catch tutorial, it sets the value of the variable to 2. This is what happened to me. Since I skipped the catch tutorial when I went to Roxanne, my value was still 1. And then when I beat Roxanne, my value incremented to 2. And then as I beat the other gym leaders, I eventually got my variable to 5. That isn't a high enough number. It needs to be equal to 6 in order for the gym to open up. So then I watched the catch tutorial.
That sucks.
Which set my value back to 2, which means I would have to beat 4 more gyms in order to get my value to 6. Now, in all cases of normal gameplay, this obviously isn't an issue. The game is very diligent about making you watch the catch tutorial before leaving Petalburg. This was only a problem because I forced the game to be played in a modded, unconventional order. But I think it's still worthwhile to inspect this code they wrote and think about how we could make it tighter. In general, in programming, it's a bad habit to make every little function you write, every line of code, applicable to only one use case. When they wrote the part of their function that increments the counter by 1 for any gym badge acquired, that's really good. It's arbitrary enough that you could, in theory, get any 4 gym badges and it would still be fine. But their code for the catch tutorial takes a variable set to 1 and then sets it to 2. Why not just increment it by 1? The code would be much more foolproof if it just incremented the variable. Setting it to 2 opens possibilities for things to break when done out of order.
Yeesh. Well, can't say we aren't learning something.
Again, in normal gameplay, that's not possible, but this is all just a thought experiment about writing cleaner code and a way for me to complain about my own stupidity, so walk with me here. I think the reason they did this is because in Emerald's scripting language, it is much easier to set a variable to a certain value rather than to increment it. In many programming languages, like Python for example, if you want to increment a variable by 1, you can just do something like x plus equals 1. But in Emerald, it's far more complicated. But it's very, very easy to just set a variable to a given value. And I think since the developers knew this would never be an issue, it was easy enough to save the more difficult code for the gym badge incrementation and just write one easy, quick line here. Anyway, back to Wally's run.
Nope. Not getting copyright. You know how YouTube is. We all know how YouTube is. Gonna have to get that pulled. Yeah, YouTube's kind of aggressive with these ads recently. Especially the unskippable ones, basically.
First of all, his team is straight nasty, dog. I think I should delete my YouTube channel, probably. Slacking is a complete beast, but at least has Truant, so we can play around that. But his other Pokemon are no joke either. For example, the Linoone he has in the back has Belly Drum, a setup move that sets its attack to +6, the maximum. If it ever gets this move off and then I don't KO it immediately and I don't outspeed it, I'm pretty much cooked. The second...
Yeah, you're practically screwed at that point.
Is a dumb mistake I made. After I finally made it into this gym, which, by the way, the solution I wound up finding was to just replay through the entire game the intended way, because I'm super smart, my brain was so scrambled after an hour of looking through Gen 3 scripting flags that I just completely forgot to level up my team to Norman's level cap. So for this entire stretch of Norman attempts, my Pokemon are level 29 when they should be level 31. This is the difference between having Kirlia and Gardevoir, and the difference between having Magnemite and Magneton. So, a massive difference. I didn't realize this mistake until way later, so ultimately I made this Norman fight way more difficult than it needed to be. But
hey, that's just a fun of challenges.
So, Enjoy Wally's ultra hard mode version of the Norman battle. It's the belly drum. It's because I have to play with the belly drum, dude. Like, if I didn't have to play with the belly drum, it would be much safer. The belly drum is just really scary.
Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I usually do these streams like around 8:30 at most.
Okay, there's the hyper, at least.
But, hey, content creation is basically my job at this point. But, hey, I don't get this out of the way first. So, yeah. Alright. Lord, special attack. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Citrus. I didn't know he has Citrus Berry. Oh, right.
So is this a toss-up for... Is it just random move choice here? Probably, right?
Not sure.
Belly drum or slash?
Not sure. Sod. Oh, God. So either sing or peck. That's an unfortunate
So long as Leech Seed doesn't put it into heal range, which it probably is going to. Yeah, they heal here. No? Do I live that? Oh! Okay.
That's
unnecessary, I think.
That was clutch.
All right, you just need
that was clutch.
To live against the secret Ace Slynoon, I guess. Wow. All right, that is a check plus on Norman. That fight is going to be a wall for like every other team.
Yeah.
I think let's get through Swellow with Gardevoir, then swap. Oh, Swablu opens? Oh, I could have sworn it was Swellow first.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to let me set up, I will do it all day.
Right, sap sweep.
Okay, that's +6. Goodbye.
Yeah, this is gonna be a sweep now. Oh. Oh, like, okay. Yeah, I know Skarmory might resist Psychic, because Steel resists Psychic in this gen. It was only until Gen... does Psychic... Does Steel still resist Psychic? But, honestly... Slowly, with +6 and Psychic, yeah, probably not surviving.
It didn't use Protect? Oh, God. You. The AI cheats, bro. Oh, my God, that's so annoying. I selected Growl because I was like, here's the Protect, and then it didn't use Protect, and then I clicked an attack, and it did click Protect. So
okay, yeah, so one shot on the Skarmory.
No, I have one. Beautiful. All right. Well, now that we have Gardevoir, which we should have had before, it's an easy check plus on Winona. No problem. Tate and Liza are the true monsters of Pokemon Emerald. Forget the Elite Four, forget the champion. Any Pokemon Challenge Runner or Speed Runner or Nuzlocker worth their weight will tell you that TNL is where the run truly hits a speed bump.
Yep.
This is a double battle, and all 4 Pokemon are set up to complement each other.
My Bob in the corner.
Claydol and Xatu always open, and Claydol's Earthquake misses Xatu but hits your Pokemon. Xatu has Calm Mind and loves the setup, making its later moves terrifying and making it bulkier. Lunatone and Solrock both have Calm Mind and Levitate, so Earthquake also doesn't hit them if they come out while Claydol's still out. And Xatu can set up the Sun for Solrock, which has Flamethrower and Solar Beam. To be frank, there are a lot of teams in this challenge for whom I'm pretty worried if they can make it to TNL at all. That's to say nothing of the teams that only have one Pokemon, which is a whole other thing, but we'll get there if and when we get there. So in summation, Tate and Liza are really hard and the worst. Good luck, Wally.
Good luck, Wally. Oh, God.
It has Confuse Ray.
Apparently. And there goes the artillery. Oh, God.
We're just going to roll with 4. We live Earthquake here, I think.
More than likely.
Just crit, Gardevoir. Just crit.
Oof.
Why would you? Okay. This is actually not horrible position. It's not good because everything's going to start seeing kills on Gardevoir. That goes down to that. Okay. Hang on.
Might actually be okay. In a great position.
Lunatone Calm Minds, Solrock Sunny Days, Thunderbolt down. I outspeed you, but I think I die in one to almost anything. Calm Mind, okay.
Oh, that is a throw. That is a throw. That's definitely a throw.
Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. Wow. All right. TNL proves once again to be incredibly difficult, but that is a check plus on Tate and Liza. We are on to Juan. Okay, gamers, it is Magneton on Love Disc, then Roselia on Whiscash, and then Gardevoir the rest of the way. I think. So that one shot. Giga Drain should one shot Whiscash. The question is if we are faster. I don't think we will be.
Probably
think
not.
Outspeeds us almost certainly, but surely we live Earthquake, right?
Yeah, more.
Oh, we do outspeed. Very nice.
Sweet.
Okay. Now Celio, we are just gonna pop in Gardevoir and start setting up. Worst case scenario, we have Magneton in the back.
Yeah, with the main threat being out of the way, you're going to be good with Magneton the rest of the way, too.
No Paralyze, please. Get synchronized, nerd. I don't know that +3 is going to be enough to get through my Lodic. Oh yeah, Crawdon. In my mind, we'd already done Crawdon. I was like, well, clearly we have to have already done Crawdon because Magneton was out. So.
Oh my God, this is going to screw him over.
Obviously. We'll let Delcatty die, I guess. Delcatty, you could be useful if you get Thunderbolt here, but you got Dragon Dance, so. Future Sight should proc. Nice. I'm thinking about the wrong game.
Yeah.
We got the Leech Seed off, and now we're Toxic. Please hit this.
+2.
And we win. I mean, there's just no... Oh, I have Magical Leaf. But this is going to be 8 for 8 check pluses, which means we're going to take this team through to the Elite Four, which is really excellent. Ice Beam absolutely obliterates me in one. There's no question there. This is starting to look a little spooky. Okay, it's going to heal here. Let's Supersonic. Thunderbolt. We do get hit there. We do live it, though.
Oh.
Very nice. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent,
that's
excellent.
Val.
Well, Wally, I'm proud of you, King. It's 8 out of 8 check pluses. My man is on to the Elite Four. Overall, I'm not surprised by Wally's performance at all. Not a single heal was needed, and my man is 8 for 8 check pluses. Wally's team is really, really great. Easily one of the best teams in any of these videos I've made, even with Delcatty, and it's a joy to play. And frankly, I'm pretty excited to take his team to the Elite Four at the end of the video. But regardless, we're on to the next trainer. Surely the next one will be just as good as Wally, right? Right?
Cool Trainer Albert.
Oh, it's a team of 2. Okay, well, that's not great news for Cool Trainer Albert, but that's fine. I'll do my best. Also, just so you know, every other trainer in Emerald's Victory Road except for Wally is in the Cool Trainer class, so I'll probably just be referring to them by their first names instead of saying, like, Cool Trainer Albert. I'm just going to say Albert. You get it. I'm going to stop talking. Albert's team of just Muck and Magneton.
Yeah, then again, it is going to be confusing later on.
Doesn't give me a ton of hope, mainly because of the mid-game. Everything from Watson to Tayden Liza, so gyms 3 through 7, Owen's mid-game is really tough. Watson's Magneton and Manectric are back-to-back nightmares. Flannery's Torkoal is horrible. Norman's whole team is difficult. Winona's Altaria is built to destroy a lot of these teams. And TNL are, well, as we discussed, the worst. And for small teams, TNL are somehow even worse than that. Double battles favor large teams massively, so having fewer Pokemon is a huge disadvantage. I don't foresee Roxanne or Brawly being particularly difficult for Albert, but I think everything after that will be really tough. If we can make it to the point where his Pokemon evolve, though, we may have a chance.
Yeah, since Roxanne this early doesn't really have any rock type attacks.
Against this particular team, Roxanne doesn't have any.
Not rock type attacks, ground type attacks.
It's all rock and normal. So my kind of plan is to poison her Pokemon, then swap to Magnemite, and just try to live as long as I can.
And how long do you think that will work?
Plan. We just need to hit Poison Gas early, which is not happening. We just need to hit Poison Gas early, and then swap a room. And we resist everything Geodude has. So, like, that's good, right?
Yeah, at least defensively, you should be good. The first gen.
And then I guess just tackle to do a couple damage. Hang on, the tackle damage is not that bad. I'm a little shocked by that. It's like not doing horrible work. Okay, wait, this is winnable. This is perfectly winnable, dude. This is
you're in a perfectly great position.
We just need to get these poison gases off, and we're, like, fine, I think. Hang on. Wait. I mean, the strat is a little cheesy, but, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, consider your options right now.
Like, I'm just using the tools that are at my disposal, right? Okay, 1 defense curl and tackle is definitely doing 1 damage now. Snapped out of confusion. Okay, we're getting a little low here. I don't love that.
Oh, God.
I'm going to go ahead and swap to Grimer.
Sorry, it's still morning where I am.
Okay, nice crit. Not the crit you want to see. Okay. All right, we are going to Metal Sound.
There we go.
Please live. Let's hope we do it in 1. We did. Okay. But we know the path.
Okay. Sledge.
Part of me wants to Supersonic, then Metal Sound.
Yeah, probably better.
I just have to Metal Sound here. Pardon. Okay, I'll go for a second. I missed!
That sucks.
Ooh, wait, the damage is actually really good. Hang on, and we still outspeed because of the paralysis. Nice. Okay, so, all right. Albert, somewhat surprisingly, but I guess maybe not that surprisingly, we've got a check plus on Roxanne, and it's on to Brawler. In which case, this isn't even really a problem.
Yep.
Okay, it's a 3-shot, actually. Less than optimal. Karate Chop does a lot. I mean, let's just see how this goes, right? Let's see how Grimer fares against 3 Pokemon.
Probably not that well.
Maybe we just set up defense. Oh, Seismic Toss. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Luckily, Meditite is not a threat because of Focus Punch. We just gotta hit it every time, and we're fine. Not the bulk up open. Decent damage and a poison. Hang on. Wait, and the reversal miss? Hang on.
We got this.
Okay, nice. Nice. All right, wait. Hang on. Wait, Cool Trainer Albert is really surprising me right now. That's a check plus on Brawly, dude.
Okay, time for one of the main threats.
Watson is where the buck stops, right? So the big issue for Albert here on Watson is Magneton. If we can get through to Manectric, like, in theory, this is winnable, right? Because we have Poison from Grimer, and Magnemite has some sauce with Sonic Boom and Supersonic. But Grimer can do literally nothing against Magneton, which means it's all on Magnemite, which it should be pretty obvious that that's a matchup that does not skew in my favor. Magneton versus Magnemite.
No.
It's kind of obvious who wins that. But I have on my side that I'm a human being who can think critically, and Watson is a computer program. So that's 1-0 for the humans. Am I right, homies? Anyway, eventually I kind of found something.
Okay. Time for the current attempt.
So that's self-destruct,
the weighing attempt.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like the use of that beam.
It's so fascinating to me that it opens Howl here. Okay. Unfortunate. I'm just going to call my shot here and heal.
Okay.
There's the second potion.
Oh my god.
Okay, with the heal, we're through Magneton.
Yeah, but still probably like check plus or something.
Yeah, okay. I have to heal that. There's the citrus.
Not in a good position.
I'm maybe dead to Shockwave. I think I have to heal that too.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. I think you can check this. Probably not too difficult to check it. Check plus, I think, is maybe possible if you can find a consistent line on Manectric, but you just have to get lucky on Magneton. Like, Grimer literally can't do anything.
Yeah, you have to get severely lucky.
And get through Magneton without healing, which you basically just need it to hit itself every time and not paralyze you. Then you have to get through Manectric without healing, which frankly, you just need the same thing to happen again. You need to paralyze it and confuse it. It hits itself every time you Sonic Boom. Unfortunately, this is where the buck truly stops for Albert. The problem here is that Camerupt and Torkoal one-shot both Grimer and Magnemite with Overheat from full, which means my only choice is to use Minimize with Grimer.
Oh, God.
Look,
that is the most... That is the worst strategy. That is the worst strategy.
And evil and makes me feel sick inside, but also it just isn't reliable enough to win, and even then they have to miss so many times. So this is a fail, and we're on to the next one.
Yep. Cold Trainer Hope. Oh.
Jimmy Johnson finally has new toasted sandwiches.
Okay. Yep. Probably going. Okay. Yep. Randomly put out there. Just randomly putting out there. Let's hope Jimmy John's. Like, seriously. See, what is it with these ads?
Contrary to her name, this run does not instill confidence. Roselia is a fine Pokemon, but solo? I'm not so sure. Roselia's typing is actually alright, both offensively...
Time for the Roselia solo run. Well, at least you can just sit there and say he hasn't done the Roselia solo runs.
And defensively.
Yeah. He's going to be good.
But Flannery is going to be the absolute wall for this team, I'm sure of it. Roselia's moveset is the only thing that might give it a chance. Leech Seed and Growth are both fantastic and should help Roselia excel. However, come the mid-game and late game, Hope opts to teach over both of those moves in favor of Toxic, Sweet Scent, Ingrain, and Giga Drain, which, to be generous, is a horrible moveset for a team of one.
Yep.
Plus, there's a huge issue I haven't mentioned yet. Tate and Liza simply will not let you battle them if you only have one unfainted Pokemon in your party. So even if you had a team of 6, but 5 of them were fainted, they won't let you challenge them. You need to have at least 2 Pokemon awake and ready to go. So I don't...
Yeah, but then again, he was not going to heal after getting through their gym.
Really know what we're going to do about that, but let's just cross that bridge when we get there, because frankly, Roselia has about a billion other problems before you.
Or if you get there, like, I could probably see this run and you got Flannery. Like, either, if not Flannery, either Norman or Fiona.
What that Mr. Mime run from the Kanto video proved to us is that solo teams can go far with the right Pokemon. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Roselia is not the right Pokemon. I'm just not saying that. Look, Roxanne, clearable check plus for sure. No one's gonna doubt this, okay?
Yeah. No.
This should be easy work.
In fact, I think I will get back to what Karen Wallace become champion run.
It's a 3-shot. God. Luckily, Absorb is going to heal us up a bit. Alright. Well, to no one's surprise, the Grass type with a 4x effective move on over half her team gets a check plus on Roxanne. It's on to Brawly, who will be the first real battle for this team.
Yep.
Okay, look. Audience members in the Twitch chat room right now are discussing the fact that there are a couple of gyms that are a little frightening for Roselia, okay? Look, is Roselia incredibly weak to gyms 5, 6, and 7? Yes. But we're on gym 2, okay? That's a later problem. Look, people are talking about this Roselia run in context of the future. I'm talking about this Roselia run in the context of now, okay? And now dictates...
Yeah, but I think it's best just to look at both.
We resist all fighting type moves. surely that has some value, right? We're gonna stun Spore. Seismic Toss is really bad. We're gonna set up. We're gonna set up.
Oh God.
We live on 1, so it doesn't see a kill yet with Seismic Toss. We're gonna Mega Drain. See, guys? Things are looking up, okay? It's gonna go for Focus Punch. It didn't go for Focus Punch. But we're back up at full health. I mean, okay, Bruce.
Yeah, that was so good, surprisingly.
I think we should go for damage. And where are the doubters now? And where are the doubters? Okay? In shambles, bro. In shambles, bro. In absolute shambles at my beautiful check plus on Brawly. You hate to see me coming. Okay? You hate to see me coming. Me and Roselia, we're tight, bro. We're locked in, dog. We're locked in, dog. Juan is literally drenched in sweat right now, bro. Juan is quaking in his boots, okay? Roxanne and Brawly have posted to the little gym leader WhatsApp group, you know? Roxanne chimed in with the, bro, I just got absolutely cooked by a fucking 4x weakness. This blows. Then Brawly responded and was like, homie, just use Bulk Up. It's not that hard. And then Roxanne chimed back in and was like, cool, dude. Let's see how you handle it. Then Brawly, 10 minutes later, drops a little, we're so cooked. Lots of Juan just drops a
Oh yeah, I can only imagine that. I can only imagine that.
It's like, meanwhile, Tate and Liza just chime in with, wait, how many Pokemon does she have? Roxanne just sends the 1 emoji. TNL are like, oh. Watson just posts in the chat, bro, she has Leech Seed. Flannery just keeps asking over and over again in between every text, what type is the Pokemon? What type is the Pokemon? Guys, what type is the Pokemon? Everyone's just ignoring her. Okay. This is going to be a difficult battle. I think it's possible to win this.
Oh, I would definitely like to see that conversation.
It's pretty contingent on Voltorb never clicking self-destruct. That's our big problem. We need you to never click self-destruct. That's kind of where we're at. Not the instant paralysis. I'm probably going to have to heal that if I'm being honest. It's getting more and more likely to click self-destruct every second.
Here we go.
Please don't do it. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Electrike probably opens Howl. I'd like to heal this. I'd like to heal this paralysis really quick. I think we can get away with another growth. Magneton is the true test. Instant Thunder Wave. Did decent damage. Can I get a Leech Seed off? Potentially? Dude, come on. I have to heal.
Okay.
Nice miss.
Yeah, this is gonna be extremely cheesy.
Oh, that was a crit. Okay. I do want to heal it.
Good.
Not the Howl.
Yeah, Howl is gonna pose a problem. That's definitely a problem.
I mean, look, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a check.
Yeah,
you could argue, because I use a 4 restore to check minus, but Roselia is not clearing TNL or probably Flannery, so I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I do think with a bit of luck, you could probably check plus this, honestly, which is nuts.
Yeah, but you can't get that lucky.
There's no way this Roselia wins the whole thing. I'm not going to sweat the details too much and just move on. Sunny Day.
Yeah, that's not going to end well for anyone. Okay.
Plus overheat kills instantly. Homie, overheat kills instantly. The group chat is in shambles because of Cool Trainer Hope, but nobody would respond to Flannery. And unfortunately, she is going to save them. Unfortunately, she is going to be the hero they need. Unless... just never miss Grass Whistle.
Grass? Oh my god, that's going to be an extremely cheesy strategy to use there.
Ew.
I would really like to see the gym leaders be featured in it.
3.
In similar style videos like this. I would like to see that.
4, 5. Okay. Wait. I lived on 1?
Oh, that is super lucky.
I'm at +6. Hang on. Hang on, bro. Grass Whistle is definitely the play. Grass Whistle is definitely the play.
Yeah. Surprisingly so. Surprisingly so.
Omega lives. That's a heal. Let's go ahead and Leech Seed, get some static damage going. That didn't even take that long! That didn't even take that long!
Yeah, I'm going.
That was like 20 minutes? Maybe 20 minutes? I can't believe it, bro! This might be the most unprecedented... I mean, if I check plus the rest of them, I'll go back and do Watson again. I'll go back. Even if you get the perfect setup luck on Spinda here, slacking one-shots and outspeeds Roselia.
Oh, God.
Cinderella run ends here. But I have to say, I'm so pleased with how Roselia did. I'm so impressed. And this has got me fired up for the next few trainers. So let's see how they do.
Norman has one. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Well, at least they're doing ML of each section, so... Okay, there's good. Like a holy hell.
For all of the reasons that the solo Roselia run would, could, or should struggle, double it. Until we get Claydol, which isn't until level 36, which is after we beat 6 of the gyms, we're stuck with just a solo Baltoy. Baltoy's typing isn't horrid, but its stat line sure is.
Hey.
If we can get to Watson, we probably clear it.
Yeah, probably perfect for a trash lock.
3 gyms here, but I'm not really sure what happens after that. I think we're going to be alright. Let's Mudslap. Probably not great damage. Yeah, Mudslap's pretty weak. But we take an accuracy drop. How much does Psybeam do? Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if it did, like, a lot of damage. Because rock types are known for being physically bulky, not especially bulky.
And then we just Psybeam here and hope for the best. Oh, Okay, good. Hit yourself. That's great.
Perfect.
Snapped out. Don't love that. We just need to hit like 1 or 2 more. Probably 2 more after this. Tackle. Nice. Okay. Well, maybe Roxanne's not going to be as threatening as I thought. That is a check plus on Roxanne, and Brawly should be free as they come, I think.
Yeah, he's probably going to be one of the most
theory,
free
this
ones.
Is fine, right? Okay, the fact that does not one-shot is a little concerning for Makuhita.
Yep. But then again, Makuhita is extremely bulky.
Hopefully this just goes for Focus Punch.
Okay.
It's bulking up. Now it's going for Focus Punch. Okay, there's both supers. I mean, that's nice. If we confuse Makuhita, I mean, it's a 2-shot, right? Like, almost certainly a 2-shot. We just need to live. If we outspeed, we do outspeed, so we're fine, I think. Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Free as you like.
Yeah, this one's definitely
free as you like. That is a check plus on Brawly. Easy peasy. We're on to Watson. I don't know how this one's going to go, to be honest. I'm not really sure. Roll out. Okay, we're safe from self-destruct. That's nice. It would be cool if Rapid Spin increased our speed like it does in later generations, but...
But hey, what can you do? What can you do?
This always opens Howl. This will be a heal.
Alright. Down goes my district. And there we go.
That's unfortunate. I have to heal that. I have to heal that as well.
Yeah, a lot of heals. Probably check minus. Probably check minus.
I'm gonna need Psybeam to put in heavy work here.
Yeah. Okay. The little light bulb.
You can maybe check this. I'll take the check minus and walk away. But you can maybe check this.
Yeah, this one's gonna be difficult. That's down.
Hyper 1. Probably is gonna use Overheat now. No, it's not gonna do anything. Let's save some Psybeams. I'd like an Omni Boost. Woof.
Yeah, that is so low. That is extremely low.
We got an Omni Boost.
Nice.
Just miss Overheat. Sunny Day it shows. Okay, go again. Nice.
Nice too.
Do I kill from here? No. Hang on. This is incredibly lucky. I have to Mud Slap here. Oh, it has white smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this is it. Torkoal has white smoke. I can't reduce its accuracy. So I just Overheat would just have to miss every time. Yeah, and there's still 2 hyper potions to go. I I can't believe Roselia got through this, and yet Baltoy, no shot. Well, look, gamers, is it
Like, I mean, wow.
possible? Maybe. You got to get real lucky, though. That's a fail on Flannery.
Okay, cool, Jay. Rainer Samuel.
I frankly really like this team. Mawile, Swellow, and Kadabra are all really cool Pokemon designs, and as we know from previous videos, solid type diversity always bodes well. And in these three Pokemon, we've got a decent core. Kadabra and Swellow for strong, fast offense that's split between special and physical, and Mawile to tank some hits. Mawile isn't that strong, and obviously we'd rather have Alakazam than Kadabra, but I think there's a decent opportunity for some cool solutions to a lot of the fights in this run. For example, if we're able to get to the mid-game, I think a viable solution on a lot of difficult fights might be to try to get status effects onto Swellow. Swellow has the Guts ability, which means its attack gets boosted when it has a status effect. That might
but I prefer Poison.
Being a difference maker.
I prefer Poison over.
Let's jump into Gym 1.
Burn.
Mawile, incredible back sprite. Just incredible back sprite. We're going to fake tears. We're going to live that. We're going to fake tears again. We already don't care much about speed control, obviously.
Okay.
Good. Probably one fake tears is sufficient.
Speed fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool Trainer Samuel fact. Has committed tax fraud. What a cool fact. This is a two-shot. Ooh. It's actually worse. We're totally fine here, though. Mawile resists everything on this trainer, so no issues here.
Yeah, low to no issues.
It is a check plus on Roxanne. We are on to
Unsurprisingly.
with Tailo. And Kadabra. We should be fine. Okay. We are just wing attacking twice here. Is my assumption.
It's potion. Okay, Manti out of the way. Yeah, this one's free. This one's free.
Yeah. I'm... okay, no, almost.
Yeah.
Very nice. Easy peasy check plus on Brawly. To no one's surprise with this particular team. On to Watson.
That did so much.
They all see a kill, so it just goes in poke order. If I hit this, it would be really good. Okay.
Okay, should be safe.
Or at least it should.
The super potion.
Be cool if it used the other one, but...
Look at Mawile, look at Samagton.
Nice miss.
Right, this is Gen that still has steel resisting dark.
Nice crit. Not the super, dude. If I just rolled higher. Nice!
There we
Let's go, dude.
go.
Plus, on Watson, we're on to Flannery. Hell yes, dude. Okay, so I was really enjoying this run. So even when I came up against a huge roadblock against Flannery, I was determined to figure it out. So basically, the problem here is we need to find some value with Mawile, even though it gets so easily one-shot in this battle. And we need to figure out a way to keep Swellow alive with Double Team. I just need some luck.
Yeah, I think this one is like less luck. Luck-based.
Wait. 1 HP is actually kind of crazy. 1 HP is really crazy. Because I can Endeavor Cheese Torkoal. Okay, so, okay. I think I know how to win this from here.
Okay, so the Torkoal is probably
I
not
need to get you into heal range. Beautiful.
In fact, how high is
Okay, watch
Torkoal's
this.
HP?
Now watch this. She heals here. We choose Endeavor. She heals again. We Endeavor again. And then we quick attack.
Ah, yes, the Torkoal.
Get absolutely outplayed, Flannery. Get absolutely outplayed. It's a check plus. Even just landing anywhere in red bar on Nummel. And this is totally fine. I didn't even have to come in pre-damaged or anything. Absolutely yes. Okay.
Yeah, that did a lot better. Oop.
Good night.
That was unexpected. It more ads. There we go.
The dreaded spin, though. That does a lot. Probably
Jeez.
we don't open Kadabra. Maybe the strat on every single one of these pokes is going to be fake tears swap. I don't know. I would love to get a fake tears here. Dude, Slacking is a monster, bro.
Yeah. But that is not going to end well for a lot of people.
You live that? That is crazy. Dude, Slacking stats are off the charts. Click belly drum, please. Unfortunate.
But still
Nice.
got the range.
Okay. That was really easy. Alright. When you play around Truant properly, this fight really isn't that bad for a lot of the teams. But a lot of the teams that get here are not going to be able to get past any of the moves on Slacking on turn 1. So that's probably
at all.
But it's a check plus Miranda Winona. Okay. Surely Psybeam is good here, right? Yeah.
Doing a lot better.
Nice double supersonic miss. That's obviously quite good for us. Nice crit and a high roll. Skarmory is so cool. What a cool design for a Pokemon.
Okay.
I could have swapped there safely. Yeah, I should have swapped.
Bye.
Because then I could have gotten a fake tears here. Ooh.
Eesh.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Oh.
Okay, she gonna get great, is my
We
question.
double team and no heal. Ooh. Hold. Okay. Check plus on Winona. I don't think you need to get as lucky as I did just now.
Yeah.
I already had a line pre-baked for my next attempt that would make this so much easier with fake tears on Altaria there, but it's a check plus nonetheless. And we move on to TNL, the True Wall.
Yep.
As I said during Flannery, I was really enjoying this run, and I really wanted to figure out something against TNL. I just knew that so many of these runs would get walled here, but I just had a feeling that this one could do it. And this would set the tone for future TNLs and all of the future runs. Because I wanted to figure this out now so that I could prove to myself that this battle is solvable even for somewhat mediocre teams. So that's exactly what I set out to do. And this one took a very long time to solve, but we did eventually kind of get there. I cannot recommend enough coming on over to the Twitch because this was a huge collaborative effort. Myself and my Twitch chat sort of working together and pooling our collective Gen 3 battle knowledge to try to come up with something that would work. Eventually, the best thing we could come up with was getting a burn onto Swellow to activate Guts, which definitely disqualifies Check Plus, but didn't make the battle free and still required us to find a clean line. And I'm just really, really pleased with what we came up with. So again, I can't recommend enough coming on over and watching live on Twitch for these. Oh, we crit. Watch the crit. Alright, we need to get rid of you.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sweet.
Wait. Endeavor is better here. Beautiful. Oh my god.
And there we go.
That took so long. I mean, we can't call it Check Plus, right? Pre-burn and teaching the Facade TM, even though it's a TM the gym leader gives. So it's a TM you can have. It's just not a Check Plus. It's just not. Pre-burn, I think, disqualifies it from Check Plus pretty definitely, right? I found this wand fight super annoying, mostly because of Kingdra, because Kingdra has the ability to raise its evasiveness, which, as we've seen in previous videos in this series, is the worst.
Yep, it is annoying.
Having to use Guts on this battle too, which disqualifies it from Check Plus, but I was able to find a line, which, at the end of the day, I'm happy about. There's scenarios where you can win a lot of fights in a lot of different ways in Pokemon. It's just kind of how it is, you know? Okay, so then the safe line is to swap to Mawile and Crunch. Then swap to Swellow, Facade. Then swap to Kadabra. So we Psychic here. Ice Beam takes. We swap back to Swellow. We Facade. This kills. And then, of course, it's just Whiscash to go, which can't Earthquake us. It might Amnesia. Good. That's a heal, which means this is probably a range to kill. There's the other heal.
And got the heals out of the way.
It's a check and not a check plus because of the pre-burn and Facade again, but you know what? Frankly, I'm amazed this team got 8 badges. Any team that gets past TNL is a win in my book. So does Cool Trainer
a lot.
Road? Kinda? I really enjoyed this run. TNL are obviously a slog pretty much anytime we get to them, but it ultimately winds up being a cool puzzle a lot of the time. If I can find the precise line, I can often make something work even if not check plus. Basically, anytime a team gets to TNL, I promise you I will really truly try to figure something out. Regardless, Samuel kinda earns his slot in Victory Road. We won't take him through to the Elite Four, but he joins Wally in Victory Road at the very end. So far, we're 2 for 5, which really isn't bad. A solid performance so far for all of the Hoenn Victory Road trainers. Up next, we've got another team of 3, which has a pretty unique lineup and some interesting type diversity.
Cool Trainer Julie. Oh.
This team is the definition of B team. I love the designs of all 3 of these Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but man, have every single one of them been done dirty in one way, shape, or form. Sandslash just does not have any good moves.
Probably get cut, right?
Ninetales always winds up losing Flamethrower in these runs because the trainers just don't know what to teach their Pokemon, apparently. And Tropius just, Tropius. I love Tropius's design. I mean, of all the Pokemon from Gen 3 and before, I feel like Tropius feels the most to me like a fan-made Pokemon. It's super weird and silly, but also so endearing and kind of cool. The shame of Tropius, though, is that it has a ton of weaknesses and a just completely unviable stat line. Game Freak just really didn't want Tropius to succeed. The stat line is just so bad and doesn't support it in the ways that it needs. I don't know.
Definitely good for a trash talk.
Decent type diversity. I'm curious to see how far this run goes. In an ideal world, Tropius just absolutely hard carries this. In an ideal world, Razorleaf just is a one-shot on both Geodudes and a two-shot on Nosepass. That's the dream. That's the dream.
Yep, that is definitely the dream.
Miss on Razorleaf, but ideally our Banana Boy. Yeah, all right. I mean, to no one's surprise, a decent grass type with decent special attack and a good move. It's a check plus on Roxanne. Let's move on to Brawly and hope Tropius performs similarly.
All right, doing good.
Yeah, like I'm not particularly concerned here. There's the potion. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we should be fine here.
Yeah, this one's probably free with Tropius.
Tropius, my absolute goat. It's a check plus on Brawly. Watson might not be so free. It's not a horrible plan. I mean, it is a horrible plan, but it might be our plan.
Yeah, might be the best shot we got. Anything's a better shot than what was probably the last year trainers.
Best case scenario open. Sees a kill with Sonic Boom. Didn't go for it. Oh, there's a kill with Shockwave anyway. Okay. That does so much. You live that? Really? Use Shockwave, please. Nice.
Okay, not. Yeah. No, God. That's not going to end well. That's not going to end well.
Oh, it still didn't do that much.
Yeesh. That's not doing a whole lot.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Finally.
Okay. Yes. Check plus on Watson. It's kind of an annoying line, but I still had Vulpix in the back at, like, basically full health, so.
Not presenting. A difficult turn, Julie. Or the May faces fate of.
White Smoke, I am the stupidest person that's ever lived. That tackled us so fast. It hit me again. Oh my God, bro. I missed. Oh, yeah. It lived on one. Okay, that's 2 overheat hits in a row through -6. Fun fact. Camera can miss? Yeah, just hit overheat twice in a row through a -6. Why not? Live life, breathe air, and know somehow you're gonna get there, and be so wonderful.
That's awkward.
No, we
Bringing up what we know now of that show.
The other Team Yellows, we would have been
Bring up what we know now about that show.
fine, bro, man. That's what, a half hour of attempts, and I've made it to Torkoal Red Bar once. I'm not doing that again. We're just gonna teach Dig to Sandslash and take the check. Why though? Why would you do that twice? I don't understand that.
Oh yeah, sucker.
Why couldn't that have just happened earlier? This could have been so easily check plus if that just happened earlier. Whatever, it's check. I don't care. Please get me out of here. I don't want to fight Flannery anymore. Nice crit. Nice hit yourself. Five. It's -5. That's good enough. Do not send out Ninetales. If I could fully customize the moveset, this would be much easier. Obviously. 2. Get hit.
Yeah. Yeah, with these limitations, I won't doubt it.
4. 5. 6. I'd really like to not be confused, but whatever. Can we just thank you? Okay, we're +6. It's pretty good. We still will not one-shot Slacking, fun fact. I might not even one-shot this, to be honest with you.
And we have one-shotting.
But Slacking definitely lives. Linoon, if you click Belly Drum, we'll become best friends, fun fact.
Looks like Linoon doesn't want to become friends.
Just Die. We don't have speed. Yippee.
Oh, I gotta hear the sarcasm.
Oh boy, oh boy. Look at this moveset.
Hey. That's the world's worst moveset on Ninetales.
Oh, facade. Wait. Man, if I crit there. It's still confused. Yeah. It's gonna snap out though. And
Yeah, it's gonna snap out at some point.
Just crit. Oh, another heal. Okay. It snaps out here for sure. That's the loaf turn. I mean, I moved second, so I don't know how I protect myself against this facade that is going to one-shot me.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Hang on.
You may have this.
Wait. How did I lift?
I am not sure.
This is kind of bulky, but oh my god. Okay, check plus on Norman. That was.
I am not sure.
I mean, setup on Tropius is obviously good, but Ninetales my goat. Ninetales my goat. I take it all back. Okay, I take it all back. We're on to Winona.
Oh.
Love your plug.
Yep, not getting sued. Not getting copyright strikes. With showing these ads. We all know how YouTube is nowadays. Like, fucking copyright central, jeez.
After all of those difficult, incredibly grueling battles, here's another one. This team just could not get past Winona easily, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I hated this run. Look, I love these three little guys, but I do not want to play this team ever again. On to the next one, please.
Cool Trainer Owen.
Continuing our fun little triplet here of interesting teams of three, Cool Trainer Owen brings yet more weird little freaks to the table. Weirdly, I think I'm going to be able to leverage far more value out of Kecleon and Graveler than you might think here. The Geodude line actually has really decent stats, and some decent type immunity and defenses. It's just often overshadowed by its many weaknesses. But if I pick the spots to use this line correctly, I think Geodude...
Yeah, one of which is not even in the game. So, got shy.
Is going to surprise everyone. Alright, this should be as easy as water gun. Never mind. Add one water gun to that, please. It's 5 water guns, not 4. Alright, well, any water or grass type is going to get us through check plus, so long as they have a water or grass move, it seems. So Roxanne is truly the Brock of this game. Psybeam. There's the heal. We should be able to take down Meditite really smoothly because it should see a kill with Focus Punch.
Yeah, either way.
So this should just be... Oh, we got a Confuse as well. And there's the second heal. Nice. Save some Psybeams. Wonderful. I love Kecleon's backspray. Just waving his arms.
Yeah. Waving his arms like he just doesn't care.
I really thought Brawly would pose more of a threat in a lot of these. Well, that's going to do a lot. In a lot of these situations, but mostly it seems like fine.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Great. Well, Psybeam on Kecleon made that possible. Easy check.
Okay, be right back. And we are back. Sorry, guys.
Plus first try, on to Watson.
So I got less than 2 hours to go.
That just does a lot. I'm just hoping it clicks self-destruct or something for like no reason.
So guys,
It's perfectly possible.
I have to go get some coffee.
Just no good here. And that's the worry, right? Is that self-destruct?
Like I wasn't actually drinking coffee when I was first started the stream. But here we are, over an hour and a half in, getting.
I mean, there's no denying.
Drinking coffee and
this
watching Pokemon.
Magnitude 10 would clean this. Magnitude 7, please. Come on. And this only has quick attack on this.
Yeah, that's quick attack.
Magnitude
I
4
believe.
is not going to do it. Geodude my goat? Geodude my king? It's a check plus on Watson, and we're on to Flannery. We're hoping for more of the same.
Okay.
Okay. Water Pulse should deal with the majority of this team pretty easily. Finally, an easy Flannery.
Yeah.
I have waited for this day. Confusion as well. Probably still Water Pulse, right? Nice crit. If it hit itself, it was just over there.
Yeah.
There's a heal.
But still doing kind of good damage.
Oh, I can't Screech because it has white smoke.
Yeah, that definitely is a problem.
Get the second heal off here. That's why we got the heals out. Not the attract!
Oh, that sucks.
Alright. Nice. Okay. Easy peasy. Check plus on Flannery. No problem. What's a slash? Does slash just two-shot? Or we just crit. That's fine.
There's sacking.
Here's the counter. Here's the Screech. We didn't miss. This is so huge for me. You feel like a Kecleon evolution would go hard? I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think it really deserves evolution at this point.
I would agree with that. Playing around Truant really is, you just got to do it. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. You just have to do it. That should take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
We live that.
That is a lot longer than
Nice.
any of my streams.
That's a heal. That should be heal number 2. Nice. Clean as you like. Clean as you like. And then swap in Graveler and click self-destruct. It should kill in one, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Alright. Okay. Nice. Alright. Just play around Truant. 5-head, how hard could it be? To check plus and we're on to Winona. We're looking kind of decent right now.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, that's a problem. Kind of forgot about Tropius. I was like, dude, this is going to be easy. Kind of forgot about this guy. Low-key forgot about him. I don't really want to be the grass type, but that's a...
Ooh.
Gen 3 AI be like, I thought of that. I lived.
Sweet.
That's one heal. And the crit? Yeah, protect is going to make this annoying. I missed. Okay, wait. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep the rollouts coming. Keep the rollouts coming. No, Macho. We simply can't be missing those. We simply can't be missing those. We simply cannot be missing those.
Nope. Jeez, see all these ads.
Speed in that one shots. Yep, cool.
Oh.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Rollout on Tropius, kind of good.
Here. There we go.
Kecleon, my man!
Nice work.
If it goes for it'll see a kill, but if it goes for Dragon Dance, we screech. Oh, is it going to see a kill on Graveler with that? I don't know if we get Self-Destruct off. Self-Destruct is my ace in the hole here. Dragon Breath. Nice.
There we go.
Kecleon 1v1 to Skarmory. You heard it here first. Kecleon is the GOAT. Check plus. We are 6 for 6 on this Cinderella team, dude. On to TNL, who are going to be a problem. This is probably the TNL loss that I am most upset about in this entire video because the opening line I found is so sick. When you use Self-Destruct or Explosion in Gen 3, you hit your partner Pokemon if you're in a double battle, but you also hit your opponents, right? So the plan here is Kecleon uses Substitute, and then Graveler uses Self-Destruct, and then it only hits Xatu and Claydol, and the Substitute eats the damage from Kecleon, allowing me to have 2 Pokemon for the rest of the fight, which is such a sick opener. I was so pleased with that, but I just wasn't able to close it out with only the 2 remaining Pokemon. I even tried teaching Wailord Surf, since every trainer technically has to have Surf to get to Moss Deep anyway, and it just wasn't enough. This team just does not have enough attack power behind it to close things out. So unfortunately, this run ends here.
Cool Trainer Diane.
This team is probably the single most unique and also weirdest team we've had in any of these videos. If you know Cool Trainer Diane by name, then by golly, you gotta go touch grass, my friend. You have reached a level of chronically online Pokemon fact knower that scientists before now thought was impossible. Godspeed, gamer. Diane has only 2 Pokemon, Claydol and Lantern. The first odd thing is that both Pokemon...
I knew she was trying on the Earthquaking
only have
Lantern.
2 moves, which is exceptionally odd for a team this late in the game. The second unfortunate and weird thing is her IVs and EVs. For most teams in Hoenn's Victory Road, they have IVs of 10. But Diane has IVs and EVs of 0. But the real crown jewel oddity here is Lantern's moveset. Thunderbolt is a move it can learn via the TM, sure, but Earthquake is not. Lantern can't learn Earthquake at all in any Pokemon game by any means. So clearly, Diane knows something we don't. Diane has some dark, forbidden knowledge that lay people such as ourselves could never hope to divine. Of course, let's just skim past the fact that this team is completely walled by an enemy Claydol, like on Tate and Liza. Just trust, guys, okay? If I get there, I'll skill swap and then skill swap again to put something other than Levitate on Claydol, okay? It'll be fine. We'll definitely get there. The question then is how to treat this.
Oh, I saw the
It's
sarcasm.
right to take this cheater's team and just let her loose. If you're gonna cheat, I mean, go the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna give myself her exact team right from the start. Claydol and Lantern fully evolved with these exact 2 moves on both of them. Nothing changed. I want to see how far this cheater can get with everything she's got. And for those of you who are preparing a YouTube comment to say how this is unfair and makes all the other runs invalid or this one invalid, I just invite you to watch the run. And look, the harsh reality is no matter how much we cheat on this run, which all the cheating we're going to do is just having this team from the start, no matter how much cheating you do, it won't change the fact that TNL is an absolute loss.
Yeah, it's definitely a loss. Definitely a massive loss.
It's just not going to happen. This pass lives. I'm impressed. But nonetheless, it's a check plus on Roxanne. Let's move on to Brawly. Heal 1. Okay. Nice. I'm out of Earthquakes because I didn't heal properly before the last fight. We have to switch for Thunderbolt because I have no more moves.
Which is kind of stupid.
I have literally no more moves. Alright. Alright, check plus on the cheater team. On to Watson, who is going to be really easy. Alright, here we go. Why send out Lantern first? Great question, guys. Why not? Why not? People talking about Norman going to be a real issue. Okay, guys, but have you considered skill swapping Truant onto my Claydol just for fun? And this should do it. Wow! A 2-shot. And it's a check plus on Watson onto Flannery. Let's go. And what about this one? We lived on 1. The miss? Oh, please. Oh, please. A little lucky, I won't deny it, but look, it's a check plus. Come on. Come on. All right, on to Norman, who will be our first actual challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this might be a problem. This might be an issue. This could be a problem.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if we're going to do something like this, might as well use the whole chain 9 yards.
Decently tanky. And it's a 2-shot. Belly drum, I guess. Alright, it's 2-on-1 going into slacking, but it's not looking good.
Not at all.
Like, what even What is our play here? Just get crits? Like,
oh god.
Not
Let's play
entirely
RNG.
sure what my game plan is. Yeah. Even if T-Bolt paralyzes, then Facade becomes hell. Oh god. Yeah. Let's just put this one to bed. Let's just put this one to bed, dude. Can you maybe beat Norman? I actually am not sure. Like, yes, if you paralyze Slacking and it's fully paralyzed every turn, it's not loafing, yeah, sure. You could win, but you're also going to have to crit, or else you're going to have to get through 2 hypers. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away from Cool Trainer Diane.
Okay, Felix.
Felix is the trainer you can fight alongside Diane in Victory Road, and his team is also particularly special.
That's the weirdest team I've ever seen.
And he also has IVs of 0. You know what? Let's just treat this run normally and see how it goes. This one should be as simple as just Psybeam. I'm pretty sure. It should just be Psybeam all the way down. Should just be Psybeam all the way down here. Still outspeed, excellent. No way. Nose Pass posing a somewhat significant challenge, just kidding. Barry. Snapped out of confusion. Nose Pass has like really solid bulk for this early in the game.
Yep.
Oh my god, one of my Pokemon are gone! No way! How am I gonna do this? Anyway. Wonderful. An easy peasy check plus on Roxanne, wasn't even concerned. And we're on to Brawly. Alright, I simply cannot imagine Brawly being a problem, especially now that we have a secret weapon. You'll see the secret weapon in the bottom right of your screen, right here. That's our secret weapon. I don't think we'll actually need it, but it's secret, and also a get-out-of-jail-free card. So that's good. Additionally, Meditite has hidden power now, which is actually really interesting, because we're going to get the heal here. Hidden power is really interesting because what type it is based on your IVs, and Cool Trainer Felix's IVs are all 0, and that means you have hidden power fighting, and that's actually really good because now we have a decent stab fighting move, of which there are not very many.
Yeah.
Stop it with the light screen. I don't want to have to use my self-destruct right now. I'm saving it for Makuhita. I'm saving it.
And that goes my tight.
07 ball toy? Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy, baby. That's a check plus on Brawly. We're on to Watson. The way Self-Destruct and Explosion work in Gen 3 is that if you use one of those moves as your final thing, right, on the final Pokemon in the battle, the NPC wins that trade. So if your Pokemon goes down and their final Pokemon goes down, so you have no Pokemon left, either of you, they win that exchange. So, in order to circumvent this, I needed to find something that allowed me to use Self-Destruct on Manectric at the end, but which kept Meditite alive the whole time so that I had a second Pokemon in the back, so that I would win the fight. And oh my god, was this so annoying.
Oh god, that's gotta be the world's most annoying strategy and cheesiest.
Yeah. But Self-Destruct lowers the defense of the target when it does the calc in Gen 3. It like fords it or something. Ridiculous. Let's heal here. So we need to do a little damage first. I'm out of Mud Slap. That's not great. Let's get a Psybeam Confusion. How about that?
Oh, that Psybeam does so little.
Okay, on a low roll, I live. Alright. Okay. I would say that's a check. I would say that's a check on Watson. What was that, 2 super potions? Yeah, we're taking a check and we're moving on to Flannery. Because of how things went on the solo ball toy on Flannery a few runs ago, I knew this one was possible. I just had to dig it out somehow. We're in really bad position here.
And now you're in an even better position than that.
Not. If that crit just did a little more damage. Oh, do I heal here alongside and reset? Probably, right? Probably best to just heal.
Oh!
Another crit? I should have healed. I think I just lose now. Or wait for a takedown miss, or it misses a tract or something. Oh, it's body slam, not takedown, yeah. Maybe. Also, I'm locked into this stalemate now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh my god. I could have healed far fewer times, but it still was just dependent on crit anyway. Let's just check minus this and move on with our lives.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to see more of that. The somewhat disappointing thing about this Norman fight is, like, if we were just a little bit higher level and had Claydol and Metacham instead of Baltoy and Metatite, this might actually be possible, but this team is just so difficult and tanky and fast and powerful and has too many good options to be overcome by this particular team. It's just not happening, so we move on.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Coraline.
I want to love this team for two reasons. One, this is actually the second Cool Trainer Caroline to appear on this channel. The Kanto Victory Road video saw Cool Trainer Caroline as well. Maybe this is the same person. Or it's just the fact that the localization team for all the Gen 3 games could only think of so many generic white person names before their heads explode. The second reason I want to love this team is because Sableye and Skarmory are just really cool.
Yeah, that's probably the same person. How much you want to bet that's probably the same person?
Skarmory is so often misremembered as a Hoenn Pokemon, even though it's actually from Johto, to the fact that Sableye has no weaknesses. This team is full of fun little stuff. Hopefully, Caroline will be the first team of two to finally get it done and earn her spot in Victory Road.
Probably not.
This run will die to Watson, whichever comes first. Sableye cannot be hit
dies
by
to Watson.
Tackle, which means it's just
dies to Watson.
Rock throw.
Definitely dies to Watson.
We are just gonna go for Nightshade. Is what we're gonna do. I'm certainly outsped now. Yeah. Okay. Harden. Okay. Block. Okay. There's the berry. There's another Harden. This is fascinating. The Roxanne throw, dude. She totally could have won that, by the way, but it's a check plus because Roxanne is throwing. Well, you know, for a second there, I thought, well, Skarmory will have to deal with this, but Peck isn't great. But then I remembered Brawly only has fighting-type moves, which means he just can't hit Sableye, which is funny because you can catch Sableye. I forgot that this is how I dealt with this in the No EXP challenge in Emerald. When I did Emerald No EXP, I just caught Sableye. And then
it's probably a lot better option at this point.
That's it. You just win. It just doesn't get any simpler than that, I'm afraid. You're completely and totally fine. Nice Fury Swipes crit. I'm just trying to get it outside of heal range, but low enough that Nightshade... Oh, right. The berries.
All right.
I'm not worried about anything.
Not uh-oh.
This might put it in heal range, potentially. Please stop. Okay. We should be fine, I think. Great. Well, you can click bulk up all you want. It's still a check plus. On to Watson, who might actually be a huge problem for this team. Skarmory, I'm sorry you haven't really gotten a moment to shine, and it's still not going to happen. Yeah, woof. Okay, so Skarmory is one-shot by Magneton and Manectric, because they're both stronger than Voltorb. Fake out. Solid damage. Fury Swipes takes, maybe? Nice miss.
Definitely. Okay, there we go.
That's not going to do anything for you. You can't hit me with Quick Attack. You know what? Let's just heal. See how far we can go. Just hit 5 times. Oh yeah, static can proc every time. Let's just get that other heal out. He probably won't use it, but I'm gonna heal. Yeah. I need Nightshade for Magneton. There's no other way. We are running out of Nightshades.
Alright. There we go. Max Elixir. Dude.
Max Elixir.
Okay, another heal. Jeez.
Nope.
Yeah, not getting past Watson.
Choice of my life. Regrettably, once I got past Brawly, I was like, yeah, this one's not happening. Skarmory is dead to everything in the back half of this team in 1, which means they will click it every time. And Sableye, I mean, you just have to heal stall, which is lame anyway, and would be a check minus, if anything. And like many of the other teams, we would really struggle on Flannery, Norman, and TNL. So, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good on Cool Trainer Caroline.
Dragon 11, Vito. Oop.
Tonight, in your spacious La Quinta suite, you can be the 8.
Okay. So, should have done this when I joined my morning, but might as well on the stream. Like, I didn't probably join my morning. I really wish I did. Plus, my coffee is getting cold. So, I guess I see you guys in the next one.